make sure I look presentable since I do not have a makeup on. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny, or my old name is Destiny. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Karima. So as you can tell by the title and by my cup of hot chocolate, it's not coffee. I don't really drink coffee except iced coffee. I like iced coffee. But anyways, today I'm doing something new. I just wanted to answer a few questions and just talk to you guys, let you guys get to know me a little bit more. I was planning on doing a mukbang actually. I'm just gonna wait on that, and instead I'm gonna do Cocoa with Karima. That's the little nickname I'm gonna call this series. I think it's cute and I think it's kind of corny, but I mean it goes with the hot chocolate since I don't drink coffee. I just wanted to start off this video with my revert story. If you guys haven't watched my revert story, I will link it down below. I made that like 2 years ago. I'm just gonna explain more in detail about my revert story, why I became Muslim, how I became Muslim, like my backstory, you know, because the video from 2 years ago is not really detailed. It is, but like I missed some other stuff that I did not include in that video, so I will share it with you guys again. And yeah, 2 years ago I took a world religions class at my college. It was my freshman year, I think, and I took that class as an elective and because I wanted to find a religion, find a God to believe in. So I took that class, and I was going into that class thinking I was going to be a Christian. Christianity, it has always been around me. I have family that are Christian and, you know, just friends that are Christian, and it just seemed like Christianity was the way to go because everyone was Christian, you know. So I came into that class thinking that I was gonna become Christian, but to my surprise I was interested in Islam. Well, I failed the Christianity test with an F and I aced the Islam test, and it was because I was more interested in Islam and learning about Islam, and I just connected more with Islam. After that class, I started researching more, talking to my Muslim friends more about Islam, the meanings and the reasons, everything about Islam made me fall in love with Islam. The people in my life that helped me learn about Islam are the people that like guided me towards Islam, but like they did not force me to become Muslim. So for 2 years, almost 2.5 years actually, I researched and learned more about Islam. My background is that I was born into a family that was shaman, and if you don't know what shaman is or shamanism, it is the belief in the spiritual world and like ancestors, and they don't exactly pray to God or worship God. They just, you know, believe in like the ancestors. I was born into that kind. I wouldn't say it's a religion. I mean, textbook definition is shamanism is not a religion. I always had friends that were people of color. I never really had Asian friends like myself. I never really had white friends. Not that it matters, but like most of the people I hung out with were Muslims and people of color. So it's like I feel like Allah was trying to guide me back then to Islam, and I just wasn't paying attention. I've always believed in God. It just came naturally, you know. It was like I was born believing in God and I never questioned him. It's just that I wasn't sure, like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, I don't know. Basically, I was in situations where I could have been Christian, I could have became Christian, but I I don't know, like I tried to read the Bible and it just never made sense to me. Like I read a version where they were talking about gods and goddesses and Zeus and all that, and I was just like, I don't understand this. No offense to Christians out there. The Quran made sense to me because even though some things didn't make sense, like there was always something else that made sense. Yeah. And the fact that Christians believe in God as Jesus and the Holy Spirit and all that, it just never made sense to me, because how can God be the almighty powerful and still need Jesus and the Holy Spirit to be that almighty creator, powerful being? So I reverted to Islam, and again, if you don't know why I say revert instead of convert, it is because in the Quran it says that everyone was born Muslim. It is our parents that guide us otherwise. So I reverted 2.5 years later, and I was so nervous to take my shahada. Like I was so nervous. I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted my best friend to be there, but I waited so long that I wanted to do it as soon as possible. And when I had the chance to, I took my shahada on October 26, 2018, and I took it with another revert sister. I have another video about kind of about on my shahada and all that. I will link that video down below as well. But yeah, I took my shahada finally, and now I'm here talking to you guys about my journey. Yeah, that is my revert story in a split second, or it might be like 10 minutes, but yeah. But anyways, moving on, I'm gonna answer a few of your questions that you guys asked me. Let's get started. This person says, hello, according to you, is Islam a religion or a way of life? If you're Muslim, you already know the answer. Like, Islam is not only a religion, it is a way of life. Everything you do is Islam. How do you like the Minnesota Muslim community? They're very helpful. Like, I came to 2.5 years ago for school. If you haven't watched my other video, I announced that I went through depression and I'm still going through it. When I finally like told myself, hey, I don't want to be depressed anymore, like I want to be out there, I want to like make friends, work on my deen, you know. And when as soon as I did that, I contacted people through public page, and they were nice enough to introduce me to the community. And like, you know, that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with Islam, because there's a whole community of sisters and they're willing to help you learn about the deen, and everyone is just so helpful, and like we're like one big family. So yeah, the Minnesota Muslim community is awesome. Definitely there are a lot of Muslims here in Minnesota. There's a lot of Hmong people. If you don't know already, I am part Hmong. Going on that question, someone asked, you said that you're an ethnic Hmong. Are there any other ethnic Hmong who are Muslim? Yes, there is. Yes, there are other Hmong Muslims here in Minnesota. I'm pretty sure there are Hmong Muslims everywhere, but like here in Minnesota, there are actually Hmong Muslims. They were actually at the Hmong New Year and they had a booth there. It's a cultural event, but they had a booth there, and they've been having a booth there for a few years now, and I just never knew about it because I don't go out. I just stay home. Yeah, I'm just a potato. Yeah, I was surprised myself when I found out that there are actually other Hmong Muslims and I'm not alone. What are you studying in school and what's your future plans? I am studying social work. I'm going for my bachelor's in social work. I'm actually almost done, or I'm supposed to be done in like a year. Thank God I chose social work, because I feel like there aren't a lot of Muslim therapists or like social workers, you know, so be like volunteering at the mosque or like working at the mosque, you know, so something like that. I think there needs to be Muslim therapists because it's very important. And you know, people that aren't Muslim, they are therapists working with a Muslim, like they don't have the same morals and values, you know, so they can't really understand someone who you know what I mean. My future plans are to graduate, move to a different city first of all, and then just gradually save up and hopefully move out of the state, because I do not want to be in Minnesota. Like, I feel like everyone knows everyone and I'm just not for it. I don't want to be comfortable in tongue twister. I don't want to be comfortable in an environment and just settle down and not do what I've always wanted to do. I want to travel and I want to help people, like whether that be social work or like volunteering or I don't know, or doing YouTube videos. I have a lot of questions asking me what age about marriage, like what age would you like to get married, or are you looking to get married? Let's just say that I am in a relationship. I'm just gonna say that. Would you want to go to Malaysia or Indonesia? I would want to go anywhere, to be honest. Oh, this is a very hard question. Would you rather die from hunger than eat pork? I feel like, I don't know, Allah is the most merciful, and I feel like he would understand why I chose to eat pork instead of dying, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to answer it. I'm like scared to answer it. You guys leave a comment down below. What would you do? Would you rather die from hunger or eat pork? I'm almost done with my cocoa. Thoughts on the persecution of Christians in the Middle East, example, Iraq. To be honest, I haven't really been following that. I know there's a war going on, but I feel so bad because I haven't really researched about that, and I should, and I will. But I will answer this question on my Twitter. This kind of reminds me of the thing that is going on with the Muslims in China. The Chinese government is actually keeping Muslims in concentration camps and trying to rid them of Islam, and you know, like forcing them to drink alcohol, not allowing them to pray, or like, you know, stuff like that. So this kind of reminds me of, like, just by seeing this question, it kind of reminds me of that situation, that unfortunate situation. I have a donation link to help the Muslims in China, so I will leave that link down below as well. Any experiences with born Muslims who think low of reverts? No, I have not had any experiences with born Muslims who think low of me. I think a lot of born Muslims they envy us reverts because we just have a different understanding, or like knowledge, or I don't know what's the right word, but we have just a different, I don't know, a different way of seeing Islam. Have you ever been to a mosque, and what was your experience? Yes, I've been to a mosque. I think I've actually been to a mosque before I reverted. I just wanted to see how praying went, and I went to a mosque with my best friend. So nervous that I couldn't pray, so I don't know what it is. I love going to the mosque. I love being around everyone that share the same beliefs, and like that feeling is like, it's like amazing. This isn't a question, but it says you should start telling prophet stories and advice to Muslim women like Nafisa Pearls or Samantha Boyley, both YouTubers, once you gain knowledge. And yes, I will. I actually love giving advice to people. I wanted to start my channel as an advice channel, but that never happened. So hopefully this is the start of it. Nafisa is actually a very, very good YouTuber to watch if you're a revert, or if you're just, you know, Muslim in general. a Muslim woman in general. Her videos are amazing. Last question before I end this video. What are some difficulties you're facing with your journey to becoming a Muslim? I do have a lot of difficulties, especially as a revert. There are always people that want to judge me and say, you can't say this because you're not wearing a hijab, or you're not wearing a hijab. It's hard to be a proud Muslim and to say I'm a proud Muslim when I'm not displaying my faith. I just have to remember that, I mean, Allah knows my true intentions, and one day, inshallah, I will wear the hijab. I will. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading. It's because I just got done with finals, and yeah, so finals went well for me. Like, thank God. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. Thank God. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, subscribe to my channel. If you guys would like to ask me questions, just go to my Curious Cat. I will link all my social medias and just all of it down below for you guys. So